What's up and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, episode 36. Yes, we are back with video. I want to apologise about last week. We had a very bizarre corrupt file error on our camera. We have no idea what happened. There was no video, but we're back, hopefully, because this is pre-edit. So hopefully this works fine. But yes, this is the Indie Credible Podcast, a weekly podcast where we get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through what we've been playing, we go through the latest indie game news, and we finish with a little topic or some feedback. And we've got some feedback today.
Yes, it's my favourite thing to talk about.
I'm pretty sure the feedback we got today, we've already been asked it in a similar context, I think. But it was the only feedback we've had for a couple of weeks, so we're going to go with it.
Definitely.
We're going to roll with it. We're going to take... Yeah, I'm going to stop.
No, I wish.
Yeah.
You may notice, because obviously I was not here a little while ago, and it didn't get mentioned in the podcast. Dan isn't here, and I'm going to mention it because the reason he isn't here is because he didn't want to get wet. Because it's raining. In England, believe it or not, it's raining.
He won't know you said this either because he doesn't watch Map.
He doesn't watch anything, does he?
No.
And he was like, he called me up.
He does.
And he was like,
he watches. What is it he watches?
It's wet.
What was he watches? That time when I texted him saying, "Do you want a game on PlayStation?" Riverdale, and he was like, "No, Once Upon a Time."
Oh yeah.
And he replied, "going, I can't. I'm watching Once Upon a Time." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
He spoke about that. He said it was...
I wanted to screenshot. I almost screenshot it and put it on Twitter. Being like, when your gaming mate lets you down for once upon a fucking time.
He said it's surprisingly alright.
It's not.
In the sense that it's
not.
A bit of an easy watch.
Yeah, maybe for the first 4 seasons, and it just goes in circles.
How much have you watched of it then?
Sarah watches it, so it's on when I'm in the front room or something like that. But it's fucking awful.
You watched Supernatural?
I know that was like, so when I was. Because that started early 2000s, didn't it? Yeah. So that was when I was left school and I was just gone away, and all the kids were watching it, and I was like, no, I'm not fucking watching that stuff.
I think you might like it. It's good.
So I've heard good things about it.
It's good. It's good up to season 5. The rest of it's shit.
And isn't there like 10 seasons now?
Yeah, it keeps going. It needs to die desperately. Because I was a big fan of it.
So this is we're going to do what we loved about is another podcast we're doing later on, and I'm going to talk about something similar to that in that. But anyway. Okay. As I said, this is the Indie Credible Podcast, so we are going to speak about indie games.
That's right.
And as always, we start off with what we've been playing.
Do you want to go first?
You've
looked at me, so I'm going to go
first.
You
go first. Fire away.
I've continued to play Broken Age. It's
so
all
good.
I've played of any games in the past week.
So good.
Yeah. Oh. I was like looking up, expecting Sarah to come in.
Apologies for that. My dog has just absolutely smashed away through the door. Hello, you. Carry on.
Anyway, Broken Age.
Yeah.
Last week I said that I thought I'd finished the girl character Vela's part of the story.
You hadn't.
Not even close. Because obviously
I did think you were quite far in.
I just thought it was going to be short. I thought it's a Kickstarter game, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's Double Fine. It's Tim Schafer.
I know, but I was thinking it's going to have a high production value over a length. You know, instead of being a long.
We're not talking massively long. As far as I can remember, I want to say 8, maybe 9 hours.
But because I finished that bit and it pushed me into the guy's Shay, his part of the story, I thought, oh, this game's going to be like 4 hours maybe, and pardon me, obviously it kicked me to the Shay's part of the story, and I played through that, and I was like, oh, so I can tell it's all coming to a bit of a fruition and everything. It started to get a bit connected, the two stories. And then it was like, okay, now it kicked me into another screen where it was like, who do you want to play as? And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I play as Vela. And then it's like, the story continues, and I thought it was going to end. And my God, it's just such a good game.
It's so
I
good.
love it. I really love it.
It's so good. I would happily take another Tim Schafer game in the same context.
Yeah.
Like, the animations, the story, the writing, I think.
Music. I forgot to mention that last week. The music's great. It's all orchestral, like swelling adventure music.
I want to say the 5th most ever backed game on Kickstarter.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think so.
Very good. Very good game.
It was the highest, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance beat it.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other games that have done it as well, but the highest now is Shenmue 3, which isn't a surprise.
Yeah.
If it ever bloody comes out.
Yeah, it's even a real game.
But yes, you're continuing to enjoy it.
Oh, it's so good. It's just the voice acting is amazing.
Yep.
And it's there's not a single part of the game that I'm that I dislike.
It's always on. It's not at the moment, but it's always on sale at some point throughout the month.
If you can get it, you should get it. It's so good.
I often see it for around about $4.50, like $4.79 or something like that, which I think is an absolute steal.
Definitely.
And like, so you say it's longer than you expected. Do you feel like it's grindy now?
Absolutely not. No.
You still
It's always something different. It's never like do the same puzzles over and over again. It's always a new puzzle.
And there is a replayability to it, but I don't want to say any more than that.
Well, I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't want to say any more to that. But
obviously, I don't know any.
Obviously, there's a choice-based system in it, which.
I mean, when you choose, the very first thing you do in the entire game is who do you start with?
Yeah.
And surely
catches you off guard, doesn't it?
Yeah. Must affect what happens.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but yeah.
So I probably would like to at some point replay it.
Yeah.
To start with Shay instead of starting with Ella, because obviously it's. Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
It's good. It's just clever. It's just.
It's like I don't like saying games are perfect, but.
In terms of from a design point.
I struggle to find something about it that annoys me, or something that I dislike. Something that's
I think Metacritic is sitting well in the 90s across the board.
If I was reviewing this game,
Close to a 10.
It'd be very close to a 10. For some reason, I don't want to give it a 10. I know that's just some bit of
well, it's the thing, isn't it? As soon as you give it a 10, it's like
best game ever made. Yeah. It's not. It's weird. It's not.
We've never given a 10. Indie Credible.
I don't think I've ever given it anything higher than an 8.
But no, as a company, we've never given a 10.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Highest we gave
9.8
was me, gave 9.7 to Tacoma. Dan gave a 9.6 to Hellblade.
One time I gave a 6.5.
Lowest score we've given was me.
It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah,
what was that?
5.
Was that for Past Cure?
Yeah. Yeah. The game I was most anticipating.
You still see the anger in his eyes when he said that.
Moving on quickly, anyway.
What have you been playing out of the 17 games you've played this week?
17 games.
Actually, you've been busy, so...
I still play quite a lot.
Okay. What the fuck do I know?
So, the beloved Switch showed its true colours again this week.
Of course.
I'll get to that in a minute because I'm going to quickly... Not an indie game, but I'm going to plug it because I play it. Fortnite. People have gone on for ages, and it's especially working in a school. All you hear kids talk about is Fortnite.
Yeah.
Because it's free. Like, why wouldn't they play it?
Yeah.
And all you have to do is, so you buy into the Battle Pass, which is like the seasons, and by buying into the Battle Pass, which is like $9.50, you unlock loads of cosmetic stuff all you go through, and you get lots more challenges. But it basically means that once you hit, I think, level 45 in the Battle Pass, which is about 20 hours gameplay over 10 weeks, you basically unlock the next season. So you buy them once for a tenner. If you keep playing, you get it's free for the rest of the time. You right? So yeah, I've never given shit to Fortnite, but I've always said I prefer PUBG.
You have, yeah.
Complete take it back. Fortnite is
Fortnite
is very good.
I see. It kind of bugs me, the whole comparison, because I know it's
they're so different.
I know they're battle royale games, but they're not the same.
It's like it's the same concept. They're saying Tomb Raider is Uncharted. It's not at all. They're completely different games.
I don't know if it's even like that.
In terms of, you both open, there's 100 people, you both open land in a map, you can choose where you land, and you got to be the last one surviving. That is the only similarities.
Yeah. No, I can see the comparison now. If you're talking about like classic Tomb Raider.
So you're basically saying any open world game is any open world game, is what you're trying to, is the same comparison.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
PUBG is such a hardcore, like, skill game.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Dan about this earlier in the week, and Dan was going on about he thinks it's going to drop off of it, and I was like, it will never drop off because you'll always have hardcore streamers. You think it'll drop off? It will drop off eventually.
I know. I think it'll.
But he thinks it will. I think PUBG, and hear me out here, has got a year, and in that year, it needs to bring in an esport of some kind.
It probably will.
But how do you do it? You can't do an esport of 100 people to one. Like, how do you do that in an arena? How do you set up 100? But people die in 30 seconds. It's not fun to watch that.
Yeah, well,
and we have 100 screens up watching everyone.
If it's an esport, they're going to be pros. They're not going to die in seconds.
No, people do die in seconds because the size of the map, you land so close to people.
Yeah.
Someone has to die. So someone gets gunned, someone doesn't get a gun.
People are going to die. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But when you're watching games on Twitch or on YouTube, you get people that are great,
Yeah.
but you also get people that are okay. If it's going to be an esport, it's going to be, it's going to be all pros. And even if people die quickly, it's going to be a fucking great thing to watch. And 100 people isn't really that many in an arena.
No.
Arenas fit thousands of people.
Yeah.
So you have 100 people in a circle, whatever, playing the game at the centre.
Yeah.
You get thousands of people watching.
Well, we spent a bit
I
long.
watched the shit out of that. As well.
We spent a bit longer than I wanted to sort out Fortnite. But yeah, I've been playing Fortnite. I really enjoy it. I definitely recommend. If you haven't checked it out, if you're thinking Battle Royale games up for me, if I play PUBG, I find it very stressed. Anxiety is through the roof. When I die, I'm frustrated. I want to quit. I want to leave. Fortnite's completely different. I'm getting better now, but I sucked at it at the beginning of the week. I'm still not great. But I die. I'm like, I die. I'll go back in. It's such a quick turnaround.
PUBG's more fun watch, in my opinion.
It's more of a stress. It's more like,
yeah. It's going to suffer a similar fate to what.
But what I have played is, so I've played 2 games on the Switch.
Okay.
I played iZombie. They sent me a code. It's been on PS4 as well. It's not a TV show. It is a TV show.
It is a TV show, yeah.
So they sent me through a code for review, and I basically said I'm really, really busy. I can't fully review the game, but I can review it in terms of I'm talking about on the podcast. I won't give it a score. I'll give you my opinion on it. It's okay. It's okay.
And what kind of game is it? It's
a puzzle, kind of a puzzle game. So basically, the idea of it is it's 2D kind of artwork.
Yeah,
looks like kind of little hand drawn characters, and you start as a zombie. It's like it feels very mobile.
I hate that.
So not necessarily bad way, but the menu screen you get 3 stars depending on how well you do the level and things like that.
I don't like that on console games.
So as you start every level as a zombie. And the idea is you've got to infect everyone else in that level to turn them into a zombie. But then as you move through it, there's armed guards. It's hard. I will say that it's fucking hard. Armed guards who kill you with like 3 hits. So you need to infect other people to send them to attack, to then come around the back and attack the other people and things like that. It's got the ability to make community maps on. So you can make your own maps on it and upload them. I've put in about 2.5, 3 hours over this week with the game. I've not finished it because, like I said, it is hard.
Yeah.
I've done all of the first set, and then there's like a bonus set of levels. I'm like halfway through the bonus set of levels. I'm probably not going to go back to it now. I feel like I've had my time with it. I mean, it's $5.99 on the store, so 2.5 hours. You take that, some people who love challenging puzzlers will enjoy this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen what this game's got now. I've played this game in other concepts like as well, so I'm.
Is this something you are reviewing or you're not?
So this is my review basically now.
This is it. Yeah.
This is kind of the review now. Just saying that like it's good. In terms of a puzzler, it's solid. It looks nice. It runs nice. It feels very mobile-y. It's nothing there is grabbing me back. Nothing's making let's go back. Now on the phone it might do because it's like, I just have a quick go at this level. I just have a quick go at this level. I'm on the toilet. I'll have a quick go at this level. Just so many times when I play on my phone is when I'm on the toilet. But I just, because it's been on the Switch, and there's so many other games. Like if I pick that thing up, like I'm still going back to Celeste. I'm still playing Celeste every now and then, trying to do the B-sides. Mate, they are hard. That game is in. So you said about game being perfect. That game is like that. It's so good.
Yeah,
it is. As I said before, some of the best feeling movement I've ever felt in a video game. Like it's just so good. Play Celeste.
There you go. That's a proper, to me, that sounds silly. I hate saying that, but that feels like a proper console game. Where you're describing it as something that feels like it should be on mobile. Yeah, it's something that it's really sucks.
Now the other game I'm playing is fucking weird. Like, but I can't work out if I like it or not.
That means you like it.
So again, I have to say that we've been given a code by the developers. So take that as you wish. They have provided us with a free game. It's called the Trail Frontier Challenge.
Is this like a Oregon Trail sort of thing?
So I've never played the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the Oregon Trail. Well, I know the idea of it.
Do you know what it is, though?
Yeah, like a journey, isn't it?
It's like you make choices and it's like a simulation. So it's an educational game.
No.
No.
So what it is you start off getting off this boat and you're this guy you get given these fucking proper hobo clothes and fuck all basically, and you run along these trails.
Right.
And as you go along these trails, you can grab things and put them in your backpack: acorns, sticks, berries, things like that. And at the end of every trail, there's a campfire. And at the campfire, you can trade what you've picked up, and you can do challenges. And then there's like crafting, there's tailoring, there's exploration, there's hunting, all these things to level up. Mm-hmm. And as you progress, your hunting means you then shoot your slingshot at rabbits, you kill the rabbits, you take them, and you can then trade the meat, or you can use the fur to get your clothes leveled up and things like that. And then you go through cold environments, so you need better clothes, and you kind of have to go back a lot. And then I've just bought a house, so you have to save up enough money to buy a house. But that's really it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to put a gameplay thing up there so people can kind of get an idea of what it is. But I don't know how to explain it. It's not a puzzle game.
Right.
It's slight simmy in terms of you've got all this stuff to collect and trade and things like that. It's community building, because apparently later on you get to a community where you have to kind of build it. So then you go off on these trails to come back and spend money to upgrade things. I've not got to that yet. And I'm about 4 hours in. But I feel compelled to play it. I'm like, I'm just going to play half an hour of it. And I play half an hour and I'm quite happy to go, I'm done now, I'll put it down. And then I might not play it for a day. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to have another go on that. Something is drawing me back, and I don't know what, because I'm not loving my time of it. I'm not like, this is the best game ever.
But you want to play it.
Yeah.
It sounds quite open-ended then.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
There's no real end game.
So some people will pick this up, they'll play it for half an hour, and they'll go, this is the worst fucking game I've ever played. And I could honestly see their point on that. Like, they're not wrong in thinking that, but they're not necessarily right. It is a very weird... Like, so we got the code. I was initially going to send it to Dan.
Yeah.
And then he was quite busy, so I was like, I'll give it a go. And Dan would have hated this. Like, genuinely would have... It's literally a walking sim, because you're walking on trails, grabbing items. But there's...
I couldn't really hear him screaming in the
But there's like farming mechanics to it. If you
you'd love it, yeah.
But then I don't know if I do love it. It's so weird. I can't work out.
Is it like that kind of feeling you get when you're playing like The Sims? It's like there's no real like goal, but you just keep coming back to it because you want. I'll just come back to it, and
I'm intrigued.
Remodel my living room.
The map is huge.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to see what's at the next checkpoint. I want to see what's at the next checkpoint. And it's starting to get hard now, and I have to go back and replay some levels to get money to then be able to buy a ferry across to a town, to be able to buy a house and things like that. So watch this space, because I'll be playing it more this week.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to actually diving into it more and seeing what's going on with it. And I've got a game code for you, actually. We can talk about this because the game's out.
Okay, what is it?
So 2064 read-only memories.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, so I really wanted to play this game when it first came out, but we had only just really started as a website.
What, as Indie-credible?
No, it was Wookie Woody.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's like a bit old. And I saw the announcement this week it's coming to a Switch. So I reached out to them and said, have you got any codes for Switch? And they're like, we can get you one. Any other one else? And I was like, PS4 code as well. So I've got a PS4 code. And it's a Cyberpunk. It's quite long. I think it's about 12 hours again.
Okay. But
it's a Cyberpunk point-and-click adventure game. And I've only heard really good things about it. And apparently the soundtrack is incredible.
Playing this for headphones then.
So, yeah. So, we haven't got to review it. You're going to play it obviously on PlayStation. I'm going to play it on Switch. And we can just talk about it. But I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, I'll see if I can get a few hours into that this week, and then I'll...
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to that. And you have to tell me, because it comes out on the Switch end of March, so our code won't be for a little while yet. But no, 2064, I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah.
Sounds good.
Trail Frontier Challenge. I don't know what to make of it yet. If you're looking for something that's different, definitely different, and is a kind of pick up and play in very much that case. You could play it for 5 minutes and put it down. You could play it for half an hour, put it down. You could play it for 2 hours and put it down. Then check it out. It's not. I think it's £12. Then check it out. But if what I've said, any of that doesn't sound something like you would like, stay well away from it, because you will not enjoy it. Like, it is literally, you're walking. You don't even walk along the trail. You press go and then they walk for you. You just can spin the camera around and collect items.
That would infuriate Dan.
Yeah.
He'd be livid hearing this.
He would have called me up and called me all the names under the sun.
He would have done, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But unfortunately, of course, don't worry I get wet. Oh no. Oh, I don't own a coat or an umbrella, so I can't. Oh, I'm sorry.
But that wraps up what we've been playing, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I've only played Broken Age, so I've not been
Cool.
got a dog licking my foot now.
So yeah, my dog is in here at the moment. It's been a pain in the arse. So if anyone's watching, or all your listeners,
If I ever look down, that's because
all your listeners, if there's any pauses, it's normally because I'm trying to sort out what the dog's trying to do. She's normally pretty good, but she's being a bit needy at the moment. So, but it is female, that's what you expect.
Whoa, now, come on.
I
want to say that I don't affiliate with Lewis in this situation.
From my experience,
Hello.
just saying, my wife's needy, so there's nothing wrong with saying that.
You're needy.
She doesn't listen to me. I'm very needy. All right, should we go on to some news?
I suppose we have to, don't we?
Let's do some news.
Do we have a lot of news in the end?
4 bits of news.
All right, 4 news points. Yep. Everyone buckle in. News.
Cool, yeah. Rope report.
Yeah.
Bring it in. Okay, so 4 bits of indie gaming news this week. First up, a bit of news I'm very excited by.
Go on.
Do you remember the Swords of Ditto? The game I've mentioned it before. It was recommended in our 10 games to look out for in 2018. It's got a release date.
Oh, shit.
Yes, 24th of April.
Well, that's pretty soon.
PS4 and PC only. Whether it's coming anywhere else later on, I don't know. But it's, do you know what Sword of Ditto is about? Or Sword of Ditto is about?
I do not.
I love the idea of this. So, you go in as it's like best way to describe it, it's very similar to Zelda in terms of there's this big open world and you kind of making your way through there and you've got to kill monsters and go slay dungeons and go through this stuff and get loot, all in the aim to take down this evil witch that's kind of controlling the world. But the twist here is it's like a rogue light. So when you die, you lose your progress, but your abilities are carried through in the Sword of Ditto. But the death of your previous character adds to the lore of the land.
Right.
So if you get quite fast, say, of a previous character, and you interact with people and you do these quests for people, every time a new character, a new awoken hero, they call them, goes in, it's 100 years in the future. So there's always a 100-year gap between them.
Huh.
And if you made like good choices as your previous character, they'll be like, oh, do you remember that old... Yeah, there's ancient stories of this guy. Or they might be like, that guy was a dick.
So like characters you have run into in a previous life,
like so,
a lot of them will be dead.
Could possibly, yeah.
And some of them will be really old.
Yeah,
yeah.
But there was like one example of this. Someone had done this quest for this woman and failed at something. So this woman who, like, on a gravestone had basically made this comment that this guy caused her to kill herself. And you were like, little bit harsh.
Wow.
Like, but anyway, so
did that not remove some urgency though in the game?
I don't know. I'm interested by it because I'm interested in anyone who tries to do something new.
Yeah.
And the roguelites are probably the most flooded, roguelites are probably the most flooded indie game.
Nowadays, yeah.
Them or shmups. So you see shmups or roguelites. And this looks to do something new and I like the idea of it. Like,
I definitely would be into that, yeah. I want to play that.
And you can play it co-op, local co-op or single player. I don't know how the co-op works. If your friend dies, I don't know how that goes.
That's a really good point, yeah. Maybe you both have to die.
Maybe.
Probably get
but the 24th of April, you can check out Swords of Ditto, which is by One Bit Beyond and Devolver Digital. So Devolver Digital.
Oh, Devolver, okay. So
they normally only put their name to something
that's how you know it's going to be
pretty decent.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was drinking beer.
I mean, you decided to do
I don't know why I did a little hum. Now, I mentioned this a little while ago in a weekly release and it got delayed. It was meant to come out on Valentine's Day, and that's Super Seducer. Do you know anything about this game?
No, what?
Super Seducer is a game.
Is it? Wow.
That plays live action clips, so like acted clips,
I'm intrigued.
where it's about picking up women.
Something I'm incredible at.
And it's not developed, but it's like influenced by some guy who is his professional job is like a
pickup artist.
Basically, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. PlayStation are refusing to sell it on the PSN store.
Oh shit.
PlayStation have literally said, no, you ain't selling that sleazy.
Steam, well, I'll sling that on there straight away.
Steam paid them for it.
Yeah.
Probably. Bring it over here. Yeah, bring it over here. But no, PlayStation have refused to sell Super Seducer.
Holy fuck, really?
Yeah.
Where's it coming from? What country?
I don't know. It's all in English. But yeah, announced it
So
around
is it
Valentine's Day.
Extremely adult themes then.
It's not extremely adult, but it is a case of so you can be very sleazy. So you get like classic 4 options, like the Paragon and Renegade system of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
But you're watching live acts of
Right. Okay.
not intimacy because it's not sex, but live acts
I
of
really
dating.
hope the
So you can be
acting
like
is as
really
bad as a porno.
Yeah, so I reckon we should do a let's play of it because I think it'll be.
Hell yeah.
I reckon it'll be quite funny, but we'll have to do it on PC because PlayStation are not letting it come across.
Bastards.
Yeah, but Super Seducer.
So it's coming to PC.
It's released on Steam
It's
now.
on now.
It came out
What
this
about
week on Steam.
Xbox and
No, it was only meant to be coming to PlayStation.
as if it was going to be on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Man, Nintendo are putting everything on there at the moment.
Super Smash.
Did you see the reactions to it? Fucking
No, I've not seen the
hell.
reactions. I've just seen the trailer.
So did you see how it was announced?
What, the trailer with the Splatoon guys?
Yeah, so they had the Nintendo Direct.
That's
And they were like, yeah, that's it, we're done now. Thank you so much for tuning in this week and all that. And everyone was like signing off. And obviously watching live, there's no timer on the video.
Yeah, so you just don't know, yeah.
And then they were like, actually, we're not done this week. And then that's all they said, and they cut to the trailer. And then people were like, oh my god. Because
it was a matter of time, wasn't it?
I can understand why, because it is a huge esport. Like, people fucking go mad for it. But, I mean, is it going to be received well?
It might be shit.
People like
all of them, but there are ones that are definite preferred
Melee
favourites.
is well up.
People like
Smash 3 and Melee,
Brawl?
I think.
Do people like Brawl?
I know Smash 3 and Melee are the ones that people really bang on about.
Well, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
So.
Super Seducer isn't coming to PlayStation.
Play some indie game Brawl games. They're just as good, if not better.
Brawlhalla, Brawl Out. I can't think of any others.
There are definitely more, but
Yeah.
I can't. But those they're on both on Switch.
Brawl Out's
Pretty cheap.
Brawlhalla's not on Switch.
Is it not?
Brawl Out is on Switch.
What's Brawlhalla on? Oh, PS4,
PS4.
Xbox.
I don't know if it's on Xbox. It's on PC. But yeah, also coming to. It's not also coming to Switch because Super Seducer definitely isn't coming to the Switch. But
it's definitely on PC.
It is
right
on PC. Another game that is on PC.
Oh,
see like that?
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
Segue.
and it's on PlayStation 4. And it's on Xbox. Is Kona.
Wow, it's on everything.
Kona is a first-person exploration. I hate the term walking sim, but if Dan was here and he saw the trailer of it, he would go, "It's a fucking walking sim."
It didn't look like one. Look at an investigation.
It's
game.
not a It's not a walking sim.
investigation.
It's a first-person investigation game with clever supernatural elements.
It looked. Thing is, it just by looking at it, and I've never seen Twin Peaks, but it looked like Twin Peaks. Also looked a bit X-Filesy.
So I reviewed
this. Same
this.
was going on there.
I reviewed this back in about this time last year for
Wookie Woody Gaming. That's right.
Yeah.
Please go back and watch the
don't.
review. It's on the Incredible YouTube channel. It's just it just isn't. Just go on the review
so
playlist.
bad.
Scroll down to near the bottom, and it's Kona.
Kona. name.
And yeah, the amount of times Lewis says "however" is just it's amazing.
My VO work has got. It's still not great, but it's got a lot better.
However, it's on. It's available.
But I gave it a 7.8.
Yeah.
And after we watched the review again, although it'd be a bit cringeworthy, it completely jogged my memory of what I loved and didn't love about the game.
I thought it looked really good.
It's a good game. It's a fun game. You're effectively playing as a detective who's been hired to check out this very rich guy who has this big estate in this weird little kind of, like you said, Twin Peaksy town. On the way there, there's all of a sudden a sudden blizzard, and you soon start realising that stuff's going like not as it was, and you come across dead bodies and missing people, and then there's these weird sequences to play out in kind of like shadowy states. Now, the good thing about the game is if you're nosy and you search lots and you find all the little secrets, then the story, the big reveal is worthwhile. It's good. It's fun. It's you feel like, wow, that was worth it.
You're a nosy player, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're not a nosy player, if you don't search everywhere, then this is going on speculation because I'm going on how I would perceive it without. You're going to be a little bit disappointed at the end because you're going to be like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
You got to really stick your nose in places.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of a weird thing. I am a nosy player.
Yeah.
But and if it doesn't reward me for being nosy, then I'm really disappointed. But then if it does, then I'm just like, I've just got so much to look through now.
So I think this took me about 8 hours.
Okay.
with being nosy
With
and
being
searching
that's
everywhere.
the average sort of, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably blitz through it a lot quicker than that. You have like a pickup
Do
truck.
a Dan and just cut through it.
So
all
it's
and
very
organically.
open-ended. And this is what I don't think Dan would like about it. Because
Does Dan actually like games? Or does he just complain about it?
Dan likes games, but Dan, one, doesn't like walking sims. And two, doesn't like games.
I'm denying that term.
And doesn't like games that are don't have a direction, but doesn't like games that are a little bit like go where you want, but aren't open world, if that makes sense. So
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So and Kona is literally so after you've done the first scene, you get a pickup. You got a pickup truck.
Yeah.
And it's a case of there's a map, and when you're driving, you're like looking at the map as you're driving, so you can't look at the map and drive because you can't see where you're going. And
Makes
you
sense, yeah.
literally go where you want. Like there is not a case of I need to go to this person's house now. By going to someone's house, you'll find something that make you think, oh, do I go to this person's house now? And you go there and you're like, oh no, that was wrong. And you look at something going, oh, okay, now I get this now. But that's what I mean. Some of the big story notes that I felt were really good weren't obvious to find. I think I found one of them by fluke by trying to get somewhere else, and I was like, oh, what's this hut?
Yeah.
Oh my god, like. But then again, that's probably what it might be like to investigate something. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
so it's that whole toss up.
Actually, I'm gonna put it in concrete now that the if you're watching this on YouTube or maybe even if you listen to the audio version, a link to the review will be in the description.
I'll put a tab. Come on now.
No.
Okay.
If you put a permanent link in the description,
Okay.
and please do it because I watched our Let's Play of Tank Wars,
Yeah.
and we're talking at the end about putting the scores up, and you just don't do it.
Do I not?
No, you make us look like idiots. We look like fools, Lewis.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I
I'll be honest. I didn't watch it all back. I skipped through it to make sure it synced up right, and was like, yeah, boom, export.
It was synced up perfectly.
I just realised we've been speaking about Kona. No one knows why we've been speaking about Kona.
I'm pretty sure we said, didn't we?
It's coming to a Switch. I don't think we said that. Kona is coming to a Switch. No, it's not. It's on the Switch.
It's on the
They
Switch.
literally went. It's on the Switch.
It's also available on.
It's on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Yeah, but right now it's.
Yeah, it'll be fine
When
to
did it
play on
release?
Switch as long as the performance holds up. Because, as I say in the review, there's some really annoying times on the PlayStation where you're running from point to point and then it will just stop for 5 seconds or loading screen. And although that doesn't sound long on its own, when it happens every 5 minutes,
It can be-
you're a little bit like, and it kind of takes you out of the
It
story.
reminds me a lot
continuously.
of watching the review. It reminded me of when I was playing Half-Life 2 on the PS3.
Yeah.
And when you get to a certain bit, it's like, "Oop," and you just stop, and it's like it just says loading in the screen. It's like, oh, okay. So you just got to wait for a minute for it to load.
You see, today Valve said that they are
Fuck
gonna.
Valve.
Valve said they're making games again.
Fuck off, are they? All their creative writers have left. All
Valve
the
come
people
out and said,
who wrote
well, they're
Portal,
releasing
who wrote Half-Life,
So
they
they're-
fucked off.
they're releasing Artifact, aren't they? Later this year.
Artifacts, yeah, the Dota 2 card game.
Yeah, because everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Oh, it's a card game.
That video of the announcement is it's beautiful.
Have you seen the
but
reactions?
horrifying.
Have you seen the?
Have you seen the full announcement where they're at the big stadium, and everyone just starts cheering when it says everything it's a new game, and it comes at the bottom Dota 2 card game, and everyone just like everyone gets proper annoyed, as did I.
I like
hate
the look of it.
and the Portal bridge building game that they're not even making.
No. That's not. That's a bridge building. That's bridge building been out for ages.
yeah, it's
They
just-
just
it's like
basically
a-
went, "Can we have the license to put Portal?"
I know exactly. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I hate Valve.
but they've said that they're gonna
I
make
used to
games
love
again.
Valve, and I hate them now. They're dickheads. That's my future statement.
But anyway, so yeah, Kona is on the Switch now. Depending on poor performance issues,
who
maybe.
made Kona?
I should remember. I can't remember now. You caught me out. I can't remember.
Whoever they are, they're a better studio than Valve. You can put that on your.
I recommend
on your website.
probably looking at a Switch review just to see what performance issues are like. But if
Are you going to do an official review for it on Switch?
no, but I'm just saying just go watch your Switch review because my only concern with it is if it was loading on the PlayStation 4, what the performance issues might be like on the Switch. But just check it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to recommend saying if someone goes, this is almost unplayable. So
Yeah.
I literally found about this today, or we found out this today, that it's on the Switch now. Out of nowhere, they went, boom, there you go.
If I had a Switch, I'd give it a go.
The final announcement is also to do with the Switch.
We love the Switch.
The Switch
incredible.
have just signed a deal to allow Game Maker Studio 2's games to be put to Switch. Now you must have heard of Game Maker 2.
It sounds really familiar.
Yeah, so it's probably one of the most common 2D gaming studios.
Is this like RPG Maker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People will go, their games are shit. I will throw back one reply.
Okay.
Undertale.
Is that made in that?
Undertale was made in Game Maker Studio,
okay.
meaning that is all but guaranteed Undertale will be on the Switch. Like, you don't sign this deal to not bring one of the most successful indie games ever, let alone Game Maker Studio 2.
Undertale is on the Switch, isn't it?
No, Undertale's...
I swear I saw something today.
No, that's what you saw. That they've signed this deal, so it's probably going to come across the Switch.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed, but it will be coming across the Switch.
I'm still yet to play Undertale.
Have you not played it?
The weird thing is, obviously, the guy who made it, he's a big fan.
It literally is one guy.
Yeah, and I remember when it first came out, and it threw up a huge it had a huge presence on Tumblr.
Yep.
And because
Tumblr, fucking hell.
I'm on Tumblr.
Oh, I don't know. Do you still use it?
Yeah. It's changed. Well, yeah. I mean, I've been on it since like 2012.
Jeez.
And I've been through the worst of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like it's I don't know. You can't leave it. It's like a hell site. And the guy who made it is a big fan of Homestuck, which is a big webcomic.
Okay.
It finished like last year before. And I didn't want to play it because I thought maybe he might have spoilers for Homestuck, which I was reading at the time.
Oh, okay.
But I never finished it in the end because it's too long.
Yeah.
It's great, but I just couldn't be asked.
Okay.
But I might just play it now.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's something that everyone's...
There is literally no other game like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In terms of its art style and what it does.
People still talk about it.
And it knows it's a game, and it's so clever for that.
Mm.
So you can get out of basically every combat situation by
talking your way out of it. Yeah.
And you can date skeletons. You can date pretty much anything in the game. The game knows when you cheat. So say you load a previous save to go back and try and do something again. The game will basically go like, well, at least I'm not the one that made like.
Who loaded it?
Yeah, basically like you're like it's so clever.
I never do that, so I never see that part of the game.
It's just very clever. A lot of people are like, oh, it looks.
It looks fine, doesn't it? It's just, is it 8-bit?
Yeah,
it's quite 8-bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen obviously a lot of clips, I've seen a lot of pictures. Seen a lot of fan art. Far too much fan art.
Yeah, it takes about 8 to 10 hours to play through, but there is so much replayability. I know people who played through this game like 10 times. It's just people love it, absolutely love it. It is probably the most successful indie game, or the biggest indie game post Super Meat Boy, Fez, Braid era. So they paved the way for indie games.
They were the
This was probably one of the.
I'm gonna play Fez soon, by the way. I'm gonna play that still.
Have you not played this?
Yeah.
Hats. There's a fucking
well, I've played it for like 2 seconds at a friend's house.
Get the hats.
The hats. Is that what's important?
Fez has loads of hats.
Are they all Fezes or?
But yeah, so Game Maker Studio 2's games will now be coming across to the Switch. So if you want to be a developer, an aspiring developer, then why not go make a game in Game Maker Studio 2? Apparently, I'm not a game developer person, but it's
he's not. I've heard that he is.
Apparently, it's a very good way of kind of getting your feet wet in the development world, because it's like RPG Maker.
Yeah.
It's
I had a friend start making a game there once.
Which a lot of people take piss at. I'm like, someone's making a game. They're making a game. They're doing more than you, mate. So
yeah, I noticed like obviously that they're not even like a real developer because they're using this tool that makes games. But if you're making something original and creative, then what's the problem?
Like it's easy to sit on your high horse and knock someone down, mate. They're doing something more productive than you.
Exactly.
Pipe it down. Shut up.
Yeah, simmer down, cunt.
Yeah. All right. Should we go on to our final?
I put that in so you can bleep that out, by the way. Also, I say cunt in the Tank Wars.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't bleep it. No. Stuff it. Also. Should we go on to our main topic?
Yeah.
A bit of feedback.
Get that feedback in.
Let's get that feedback in, boy.
Right.
Okay, let's go on to our final topic. And today we've got a bit of feedback from Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Or refers to himself as Big Kev.
Big Kev.
I have no idea if he's Big Kev in stature, in anything.
That makes you feel like he's definitely British.
Yeah, he's definitely
Big
British.
Kev. Boy, Big Kev.
Okay, so Kev says, "Dear team, sorry, people watching, I'm going to be looking down at my phone while I read this out, so apologies.
I'll look directly into your eyes while he reads.
Dear team, and I will actually point this out now. This is not directly indie game related. It could be indie game related, but I think this is probably aimed at the Not So Indie show.
This is more like...
But the Not So Indie show has already got a very good piece of feedback that I'm looking for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's why I've done this one now.
Well, it's still feedback,
and he got in touch. Anyone gets in touch, we will do your feedback on
We definitely will at some point, yeah. It's not like we get shit tons, is it?
So. Dear team, I've been listening to you guys since there's bloody YouTube.
Dear team!
Literally a notification popped up on my phone as well. That's why I should print stuff off. Dear team, again, you never guess how he starts this. Do you know how he starts it?
Is it Dear Team?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Dear team, I've been listening to you guys since finding your Not So Indie show from January. Love the quizzes. Yeah.
Oh, God.
The extraordinary.
That was awful, yeah.
Mate, people love it.
They don't love it. They hate it. Big Kev,
Episode 2, Not So Indie show, our most listened to podcast ever.
Poor indie games.
People love the Monster Hunter quiz, I reckon.
Do you think?
I reckon.
Yeah, to be fair, you did a better job of that than you did with the... even though I won the other one.
Anyway, I wanted to get in touch to ask you about your thoughts on hype, ruining, and experience. I only recently watched through Stranger Things, brackets, the first season, and although I thought it was good, I couldn't help but feel like it wasn't great. I was wondering if anyone has really gone on about a certain game, movie, or show to you, but when you come around to watching it, you just couldn't help but feel like you'd missed the train and it was just okay. Thanks for the weekly indie update, Kev, brackets, Big Kev. What I'm guessing he's saying is, has someone ruined the experience by... Because when you go in to watch something with all playing something with no knowledge, prerequisites to it, you've got a blank canvas, haven't you?
I think I've got two good indie game answers to this.
Okay, go on.
To bring it into this podcast.
Go
on. First one I'll say is This War of Mine.
Okay.
Because I played that recently.
So I bigged up to you as well.
You did. My supervisor at work,
I cautiously bigged up to you.
He really bigged it up.
I said, it's amazing, but you got to get past
amazing
it
is
first.
not cautious.
No, but I said to you, it's amazing, but you have to get past the first 4 or 5
you did
hours.
say that. You did say that.
Yeah.
My supervisor at work, he said it's great.
I need to meet the supervisor because
I actually think you guys get along really well. We'll meet him at EGX.
Oh, it's going to be there, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, Rest?
No, the
big EGX.
Big EGX. I'm going to text him. We'll meet up after beers.
Should we get him a place in a hotel room?
If you want, yeah.
He can stay with us for one night.
If you want, it's fair.
Let's. Anyway, carry on. This War of Mine, that's a good example, actually. For you. Carry on. This War of Mine.
Yeah. It was just... everyone was hyping it up to me. It was way past when it came out. Mm-hmm. A long time past. But yeah, you bigged it up. Yep. James bigged it up. And I was just thinking, oh wow, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. It's going to be quite a sort of hard, like, sort of kind of heartbreaking game playing this because it's going to be so much difficult choices and everything. I played it maybe for like 2 hours, hour and a half, around that mark, and I just couldn't. I could see where it was good.
Yeah.
But where I went to play it, I was just sort of thinking, I feel like I'm playing this because I feel like I have to, not because I actually want to.
Have you ever played through a game because you feel like I should be liking this? Have you ever had that? When you're like, I'm going to play more because I should be liking this.
Yeah, The Witcher 3. But I didn't finish it because I knew... That's literally another answer. I think I've said this before.
One of the best games to ever release for carry on.
And I know it's great. I know it's great. I know... I played it and I was like, this is excellent. But I'm just not getting into it.
Yeah.
But hey, actually, I was really surprised. A YouTuber like Naked Jakey, check him out, he's great. He said the same thing.
Really?
And he loves games. He's played more than me. He's older than me, so you'll like him more. But he's he even said that the same situation. He tried to play it. It was big and hyped up. Couldn't get into it.
Really?
But he ended up watching someone play it, and he enjoyed it that way.
Oh, okay. It's a lot. That's a big watch.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah watched it, didn't she? After a while,
she watched all of it. But yeah, I mean, so it started off with, I've told this story before, where she wouldn't let me play the game.
Unless
she's like, I want to see how it's progressing, and I was like, I'm not doing that. This is fucking 80-hour RPG.
Very big game, yeah.
Fuck off. Like if If you want to watch it, then you're watching 5 hours at a time while I'm playing. And she's like, I ain't doing that. So, but she asks me about it all the time.
Yeah.
How's Trish?
Triss, isn't it? I'm sure it's Triss, not Trish. And I've played only some of it.
I think you might be right.
Triss and Yennefer.
Yeah, because I think Sarah looks like Yennefer. I can always say.
I can't picture Yennefer. So
she always wears black, and Sarah always wears black. Goth.
Yennefer in the real.
Yennefer's hot, but Sarah's not, so maybe. Dick.
Thank God she doesn't listen.
Well, at least I didn't say that on International Women's Day anyway, so carry on.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, so I'm fine.
Yeah, so this war.
I threw you off the night.
Yeah, I was trying to remember what it was. It's definitely good, but I couldn't get into it and I stopped playing it. And my other one is a slightly different situation.
Okay.
I mentioned it briefly earlier. World War Z.
The movie.
Wait, am I saying it right? No, I'm thinking of Daisy.
Daisy, the game.
Or Daisy if you're in the UK, but it feels weird calling it Daisy.
Never played it. I know of it. I've never played it.
Yeah, I obviously it was huge for a brief stint in like 2013 or whatever it was.
Yeah. So H1Z1, that's still going though, isn't it?
That's not the same thing, is it?
No, but as in it was big back then as well, wasn't it? It's still big amongst streamers now, but it's not nearly as big as it was.
It was an Armour 2 mod. Yeah. Originally, but it was like its own game in a sense.
Well, PUBG was a H1Z1 mod.
I'm not surprised. You could definitely tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that game was bigged up, and there was a lot of Let's Play like stuff coming out about it. And I remember just watching so much Daisy stuff. Like it was, I remember Criken. I was watching loads of Criken stuff for a long time, and his stuff is, especially nowadays, it's live streams that he's cut up into the best bits.
Yeah, and
that's what hyped it up for me. Because I was only watching the best bits, and it was a very long play game. It's like you need to get into it. And I remember that I eventually started playing it, and it was the mod. It wasn't the full game before the full release game came out. And I was just like, this is really boring. It's just a boring game, and there was just too much to like. I'm a very simple man, and there was just too much to think about. There was like, because you got thirst, you've got you're hungry, you're bleeding, you need to patch yourself up, and it's not like it was intuitive menus because it was a mod for Armour 2, so it wasn't like easy to do, and it was just I don't know, I really couldn't get along with it, and it really weirdly is as if by magic. That's after I sort of played it is when that died. That trend sort of died after that.
Oh really? It kind of dipped off.
Stopped seeing videos about it and stuff, but. Yeah, that was the big disappointment for me because it got so hyped up, more so than this War of Mine, because obviously it was people that I was a fan of were having such a good time on it.
I've only got one really indie game one, and it's just reminded me of something that I actually also played this week that I really want to talk about, and I just completely forgot to talk about it.
Do you want to tack it on at the end?
I'll tack it on the end because it'll ruin what it is now. But
okay.
So the one I'm going to mention is, you will be like, what? I did not big this up to you at all. No, you didn't. You were the only person who wasn't big enough to me.
Okay.
And it's Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Yeah.
Because you were like... Because I played it after you'd reviewed episode 2.
Yeah.
And you were like, it's not great. It's just not great.
I felt like I was insane.
But...
Because everyone was like, oh,
I listened to some podcasts and they were going mad for, oh my God, it does this, it does that. I'm thinking like, oh, wow. So I already went into it with slightly mixed feelings, but I went into it already thinking there was people saying it was better than the original, and I was like, I love the original.
Fuck right off.
And I played it, and I was like, are these people getting financial influence from Deck 9? Because
well, I don't mean Deck 9 would do that, but Square Enix.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So that I was very disappointed with it. Very disappointed with it. The episode 3, especially. I thought episode 3 was fucking garbage.
Yes, it's bad.
We've got a whole spoiler cast.
Bad.
If you want to hear about our spoiler cast,
we just go through the main.
But that was in terms of indie game wise. That's probably the only indie game I can personally think of that's been bigged up to me, because I've only really been getting into indie games the last 2 years, and the whole time I'm getting into indie games, I've been blogging about them. And since blogging about them, I've been in a fortunate position mostly to get early releases, so I play a lot of games before the hype comes around.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people said about Hellblade, like they went back, people played it after everyone bigged it up, and they're like, it's good, but it's really dark, and like it wasn't what they expected, and I can kind of see their point on that, because there's not apart from the combat, which gets a bit repetitive, there's not a lot of gameplay aspect to it.
It's more about the.
Whereas I played it,
yeah,
I played it at the beginning, and if you play
to play that,
if you play that game without headphones,
Supervisor's playing that right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is he liking it?
Yeah, and I'm just yet to play it, and I'm on the
If you
indie
play
game
that game
podcast,
without
so...
headphones, then you're missing out.
I told him to wear headphones.
And another thing that hype ruined for me is Dunkirk, the movie.
Okay, yeah.
So it's okay.
I watched it last weekend.
Did you like it?
I really liked it.
So I thought it wasn't bad.
I think it would have been a lot better if I was watching it in like an IMAX cinema.
Yeah, but like everyone, this amazing, it going on and on and on. This is brilliant about it. Oh my, Oscars. And I watched it and I was like, it wasn't Christopher Nolan enough. Like,
I thought it was extremely Nolan.
Do you think?
Yeah, insanely. I mean, it took me.
I mean, where was Batman for the first thing?
Well, that's a good point. That's a fair point. Batman did not turn up.
No one
even had the mask on.
No one invaded anyone's dreams. Like, what the fuck?
Just do their countries.
Yeah. No, I get what people say. Dunkirk is a film not for the heroes, for the hidden heroes of the Dunkirk. I get that.
I think it's especially good because you don't really get many World War II films that are British. Based on the British perspective. Yeah. I think, it seems like it's always American.
I just want to say, I don't think it's a bad film. I don't want people to contact me on Twitter going, this is fucking...
You just think it wasn't as amazing as everyone said.
Yeah. It was a bit like, it's right, but it's not amazing. Like...
It's fair enough.
Yeah. But I mean, really, they're the only ones I can think of for, like, top of my head.
Well, I was going to say, Bad Life is Strange. It's... I know you've played the final episode, haven't you?
Yes, that's what I wanted to mention.
I purposely avoided all the reviews before I started writing my own reviews because I didn't want to get too influenced by what everyone else was saying. And then obviously I wrote it, and then
she gave it a 6 overall.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
5.8
was the lowest one.
5.8 was like, but you gave it 6 as a base rate for all.
Yeah, it was the average.
Yeah, the average.
All of them. Yeah, and it was it was just like I was like, how are people liking this so much? I couldn't believe I was reading. I was like, did you play it? It wasn't that good.
No, episode 2 is the best one, I think, but it still wasn't. Brilliant.
It probably was the best one.
Yeah, I played Final, so kind of tackling the end. I played Farewell,
which is about oh my god, I can't believe I've forgotten.
Chloe and Max.
Max, that's it.
Do
you play as Max or Chloe?
So you play as Max.
Trailer. Okay.
And it's all about.
Are the voice actors back?
Yep.
Good.
So it's literally about. So in case you don't know, you should know already. Max goes off to Seattle.
Yeah, it's not a huge spoiler for the original.
Yeah,
game.
she leaves to go to Seattle. The original game's set after she's returned back, and Chloe didn't know she was coming back.
It's a few months after she's returned.
And Before the Storm is set while she's away.
Yeah.
So this is like.
It's a prequel to the.
So this is set 3 days before she goes away, and it's all based around Max hasn't told Chloe yet that she's leaving.
Yeah.
My god, it's fucking amazing. Like, it's genuinely short. It is a bonus episode. It's about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, emotional as fuck. Like,
okay.
The last, the closing scenes of it, Sarah watched the whole thing with me and she was bawling her eyes out. And she doesn't even know the story. Like, I had to explain to her.
You should play through season 1 again and have a watch.
I had to explain to her what was happening at the end because it doesn't tell you what's happening unless you know the story.
Yeah.
But it's all based around Max is over there and they're kind of in summertime and school summertime, and Chloe's like, what should we do? Like, let's be. And this is when Chloe's a geeky science nerd because she was really clever at science.
Yeah. And
she's like, they're blowing up Barbies in her bedroom and things like that. And she's like, what can we do today? And all that. And they find this pirate treasure map from when they were like 8.
Yeah, because they used to pretend to be pirates.
Yeah, so then they follow the treasure map to try and find the treasure, and it's all about like them acting like the 8-year-olds again, and it feels so grounded.
How old are they in it?
So they are like.
So they've got to be like 12,
13,
surely.
I think 12, 13 in it.
Yeah.
And if you should have played the original, obviously, to play this one because you're buying the deluxe edition anyway. You should as it gets close to the end of the episode, I won't give away any spoilers, but you know it's going to go one of 3 ways. You know there's going to be a story note from something you've heard of in a previous episode. You can kind of just tell the way it's going. And I'm like, where's it going to go? And then where it went where I thought it was going to go, but it done it. And the final, the classic final acoustic song montage is back, but it's fucking brilliant. I wasn't bawling, but I was there like, wow, that is Life is Strange.
I need to buy it because I've only got the original.
I don't know if you can buy it separately yet. Can you?
I've only got the original.
You can buy the deluxe upgrade, which I think is about £3.
Yeah,
like £3-4.
Well, I got oddly an update file out of nowhere for
Life is Strange. Yeah, mate, play it. It's. I don't know how it's done so well compared to Before the Storm. I think it's brilliant. I think it is absolutely. It's for me. I think the second best Life is Strange episode ever. It doesn't beat episode 4. It's episode 4 in the original one when you find out about the place.
Yeah,
that I think for me was like when it finished and you had to break into episode 5. You're like, no, give it to me. I need to know.
I need to play that again. So good. But yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath because Before the Storm was so crap that I don't want to. And
this is nothing to do with
This goes
Before
back
Storm.
into the topic though, because obviously I don't want you to overhype it for me.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to.
But what I say is, this is nothing to do with Before the Storm, and
it's
so your big,
but
your biggest issue with Before the Storm was everything felt rushed. But obviously, this is a relationship that has been growing since they were like 5 years old. So it's
so
not
basically.
Rushed.
No offense to Dead 9, but they're piggybacking off the emotions of the original game more so than.
But they
Before
do
the
it
Storm did.
in a very playful, clever way.
Okay.
It's good. I think so. I want to hear you play it so I can talk to you about it.
I'd like to play it.
We're not going to do a spoiler cast for an hour and 20-minute episode. Can you imagine that?
We should.
Go on. Anyway, we'd love to hear actually. Have you ever had something ruined by hype? I'm looking at the microphone and thinking.
I do that as well. I look at the microphone instead.
Have you ever
all
had?
your listeners are still there. So
have you ever had something ruined by hype? We'd love to know if you have. You can email in podcast@indie-credible.com. If you've got any feedback for us, any questions you want to know, email in again, podcast@indie-credible.com, or just comment below, or you can even go through the website. There's a get in touch part, and that goes straight to my emails if you do want to get through that.
Twitters?
Yeah, they'll be up at the bottom now. But yeah, you can find me at What's Up Woody, and you can find Tom at
Shriek and Profit.
Yeah, on Instagram, same place. I'm on Twitch, the same place as well.
If I reach 30 followers, which is sad,
If I
reach 30 followers, then I will tweet once a week.
Once a week?
That's right, guys. One whole tweet a week.
Once a week.
That doesn't include replies.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. Anyway, so this has been the Indie Credible podcast. As I always say, it is a weekly podcast where we talk about the world of indie gaming. It's available on all podcast services apart from Spotify. I'm currently working on that though. We will be on Spotify
I didn't
soon.
know Spotify had podcasts.
Yeah, we'll be on Spotify soon. No, they've just introduced it.
Oh, that's cool. It makes sense.
But yeah, iTunes, SoundCloud, Player FM, BuzzFeed, or whatever the other one's called.
BuzzFeed?
Something like that. No, BuzzFeed's a newspaper. There's Buzz...
Find the Indie Credible podcast on BuzzFeed.com.
No, that's a news thing,
It's
isn't
a publication.
Yeah.
They're like a shit website.
What's it called?
It's a YouTube channel.
I can't recall now anyway. But it's something, Buzz something. And it's like a collaboration of lots of different things. Anyway.
I know what you're on about.
Yep, or if you do like what we do, then the best thing we can do is ask for you just to support us by sharing the video, commenting on the video on iTunes.
Check us a rating if you can.
Yeah,
a high rating, hopefully. But
it really helps out, especially on iTunes. Our patron Brian commented and gave us a review 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden we're on the new and noteworthy section, and we get so many more
that
listens.
tiny bit of effort is a huge
and
help for us.
From that, already the subscribers clearly, because the amount of listeners we get each week goes up and up and up. So that really, really, really helps out. If you really, really like what we do, then to help support us even more, then you can throw us some money over on Patreon. $1 will get you pre and post show content. This week's gonna be about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
30.
Basically,
30
we just
minutes.
chat shit for a bit before and after the podcast.
We're gonna say now it's not indie games. Sometimes we talk about indie games, but it's not indie games.
Nah,
we
it's
talk
just
about
us having a chat, catching up,
all sorts. But you also get a week early access to the Not So Indie show and the What We Love About show, a show that we're going to go and record now, where we go down 3 things we loved throughout that previous month. And this week we're going to be talking about February. What we loved in February. So, that has been the Indie Credible podcast. Thank you very much for watching or listening, whatever you chose to do. We appreciate your support and we look forward to speaking to you next week.
Excellent outro.
Excellent outro.
That was good.
Yeah.
Bye.
Nailed it.